Hallo, herzlich willkommen hier auf der Boote 2023 am 7. Tag. Es sind noch 2,5 Tage vor uns und ich habe hier, bin ich super stolz drauf, Zeit gefunden von Jan-Erik Viitala, der uns hier in der Virtual Reality begleiten wird oder uns vor allem durchführen wird durch ein Modell der Axopar 45, das es bis jetzt noch nicht gibt, die es auch nicht hier auf der Messe steht, nämlich die Version Suntop, wo viele drauf warten, und dann auch noch die Version Crosstop. Das sind zwei, und dann gibt es natürlich die Version Spider noch. Also in der Summe wird es nachher 4 verschiedene Versionen geben der 45, die sich natürlich sehr stark an die Cross-Cabin hier anlehnen, aber natürlich gerade bei der offenen Version gibt es sehr viele Details. Janne, thanks for taking your time. I know you have been probably hundreds of hours in this virtual reality. That's why I am not even trying to go in there. I've been in there, but you know, moving yourself around in there is you know, a different world. And I know you also have much more to tell, even because I have not been on the Suntop because it's not existing. So you can also tell a little bit more about the ideas what the Axopar design team has around the whole concept of the 45. So Janne is going to put on the, we stay in English because that's probably also for loads of interest for all over the world, and you anyway, we speak in English together. So Janne is going to put now these VR glasses on, and he's also has the tone, and you're going to see what Janne is going to see.
I can actually explain that.
Okay,
I think.
sorry.
So we could do, so when you just introduce and then we can cut it from there. So
we are online already.
Online. No. So, but so I can start.
Yeah, perfect.
So what we wanted to do, Patrick, is that because we can only showcase the cross cabin right now on the show, that we also wanted to bring to our customers that have eagerly been waiting for their 45s also an opportunity to see actual, like almost like a 3D sensation of being inside of the crosstop and the Suntop. So that's why we brought the VR with us. VR for us, it's actually something that we use as a daily design tool, so that we were the first we were the first to implement 3D into real life modeling of our products. And we started this when the first gear and the first sets were available, and we've been doing this ever since, and we will never be looking back again. To us, the virtual reality is like a really great tool in order to get an understanding of how a product looks like when it's real. And I'm really excited now to show you some shorter, more, let's say, like simplified presentation of our work model in order to showcase just all the modularity and all the functionality we can offer.
Very cool. One thing I want to say, but you're still building some mock-ups, or like, because this is, I think, very important for the people to know, because everything, like in the virtual reality, is to get but when it's critical parts, when it comes to feeling, you know, did you got, so you still, because I saw that there's still mock-ups.
We are still working on mock-ups. Mock-ups is still an essential part, but still the mock-up is like setting a baseline of the functionality, and then with the virtual reality we can always fine-tune the measurements, and we necessarily don't even ever need to go back into a wooden mock-up anymore. So in that sense, the virtual reality, once you have the measures inside, you have your boundaries where you can actually do your design and functionality. We usually then go straight over to virtual reality. So from the beginning until the end, I would say a mock-up is used for 10% of the time, 90% of the time the work is done on virtual reality.
Cool, very cool to give us a walk around. So we have not tested this before when we go to me managing this. So if Janne is getting impatient with me, it's about me not fulfilling the needs here, but what we're going to see. But I'm doing my best to run this through. Cool. So Janne is putting these glasses, or what do you say, the virtual reality
Brille
on,
in a way.
In German. So you have these 2 triggers,
controllers,
where he can himself move around in the virtual reality, and I think Michel is now mainly podcasting what Janne sees.
So the whole idea with virtual reality is that what you see is what you get. This is now like a demonstrator version, so that we have, Patrick, for you different locations where you can actually beam myself over in order so that you can actually control what you want to show your viewers.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at the 45 cross cabin with the aft cabin from the top. And to me, through these glasses, it looks like I'm looking at a real life one-to-one Axopar 45.
Just hold your hands a little when you talk,
Yep.
because I do the same.
Okay.
Because then the boat moves all the time.
Ah,
what
the boat
people
is
say-
moving, okay.
No, if you talk and move your hands,
Okay.
I see then it's a little bit moving. Huh?
Okay.
Or the head is it? Sorry,
Yeah,
maybe
the
the
head,
head when you
yes.
talk. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
So I probably just go to the starboard side now. So we're just going around the boat, like
Yes.
a little bit, so the people can have a look around. So I just go starboard center now, just for the visitors or the viewers to have a feeling. And then we go starboard in the back. And then I think it's a good time to step on board from you.
Yeah, so I will step on board.
Yeah, okay, so you're standing now on the bathing platform,
Yes.
and we're having the setup in the virtual reality now as we have here on the stand with the aft cabin setup and the
Yes.
really big sunbed, and also with the wet bar on the starboard side.
Yeah. So for us, this is, as I said, we're going back to what you see is what you get. And this is exactly the same sensation like you were standing on that physical boat we have on the stand. But this is now coming with some additional features. So for example, I can also remote control things on the boat through the controls. So I can just showcase different modules and different options that we have on offer.
So I would now
yep.
just swap to, for example, the different aft deck layout, how we showed it in Cannes.
Yep.
But we do not have it here. So that's the EU sofa
Yes.
setup, which gives an additional outside table.
Yes.
But not only an outside table, because you can show the case that I think right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So we can lower that table.
And it
turns
becomes a sunbed.
It turns into a sunbed. Very cool.
So this was something that we have the multi-storage on the 37, and because we're going up so much in size on the 45, we just felt like creating a big multi-storage. We actually get way more usability. Again, also, let's say, exchanging the normal presumptions of cabin boats, enclosed cabin boats. So now we have actually created, together with the wet bar setting, one of the most sociable, fully enclosed all-weather boats setting on the aft deck.
Cool. So then we change another one. Let me just check. So I go with A.
The bench.
So we have also, if there's like a more fishing orientated
Yes.
aft deck, I would say, a typical, US, going far out
Yes.
and grabbing some big tuna.
Yeah.
That would be the setup then.
Yeah,
which is-
and I would say also for those that want to have an open deck for transport, bikes, whatever sort of gear they're bringing on. Again, this goes down into the philosophy of Axopar of being on the forefront of offering modularity for our customers.
I think
So-
I can add the folding seats if I read that
Yeah.
right here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
this is
so
also
you see
another-
you see the sockets we are having on the back. So this is also something that we're looking into having as an opportunity or a possibility. Sorry, no. But the folding seats, I'm actually. So this, Patrick, we probably need to leave out. The folding seats, I'm not yet.
Okay,
100%.
sorry. Okay, 100% clear. Sorry for
Yeah.
that. So we are using something which is internal from Axopar, so we
Yeah,
maybe see
so the
something
one
which
thing-
is not.
Yeah, so what you're now actually seeing is something that we're working around. So, for example, we have the sockets and we have the
back
folding
seats will
seats, the
most
back
likely be
seats, which you're seeing on the 37. Now we're just playing around with different positionings and where we should be bringing them. But now, actually, when we came up with the U-sofa in the back, I think that's already a good option. But yeah,
see.
this is again,
Okay, so we
Talks
going
about
then
modularity.
Just
Yeah.
shortly inside, because then we
Yes.
go to the other model.
Yes.
Because this you can see here. It's just for the people who have been here on the stand to get a feeling how real this is.
Yes.
This feeling being in the salon is like a complete copy, I would say, nearly of what you can experience here on the stand, with
Yes.
the back side doors opening, what we've shown in the video, and even opening the galving doors on both sides, both realizable here in this video, or in this virtual reality. Sorry, it's not a video.
Yeah.
It looks like a video. I'm
Yeah.
watching this view, so it's for me similar. But I think what we mainly wanted to show here is, so I'm now going on the view. Just do
Yeah.
sun top with aft cabin.
Yeah.
And then, but we want to go in the flying mode first.
So you can go for one.
So
Yeah.
I'm going on this one now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that bad, huh? So
No, this is good job. This is good
so
job.
now we're seeing the sun top. I will go through it again a little bit from the side. So we are now
Yep.
port side up. We can see now we have a view from the starboard side front. We can see that that is a quite big roof. So
Yes.
we're talking about the same, nearly similar size than the cross cabin with two
Yes.
openable sunroofs.
Yeah, so the whole idea is that when it comes to modularity and functionality, this is actually the actual cross cabin roof that we are utilizing into the sun top. Again, saving molds, mold manufacturing, reducing CO emissions in manufacturing our tools, loosening up a bit more space in production. It just comes down to the ingenuity of our engineers to try to get these to work in the best way so that we also have the multifunctionality and still the sun top has its own DNA in terms of design.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, you just opened the guarding doors
Yeah.
from a neighbor boat.
Yes. Yes.
And there you can really see how the middle section is opened to the sea with
Yes.
folding the guarding doors down.
Yes. And this, I think we already covered it in an earlier dialogue, actually, that this was from where we started. So the 45 first started as the sun top. We worked out the solution with the balconies, and then we started thinking about the cross cabin, and that actually then led into the movable aft doors that you see as a first on a 45-foot cabin boat in that. So it's again, the virtual reality gives us the opportunity to real-time play with new solutions and new ideas, and then also following it. When you get accustomed to using the virtual reality, it is a real professional tool. It's for no definition at all.
Do you want to step on this aft deck
Yes.
maybe once again? So
Yes.
we have a similar walkthrough as we
Yes.
just had before.
Yeah.
So again, here we have the modularity. So we have again the big sunbed, just probably even a bit longer because it goes in between the two poles of the sun top. As I maybe like, it looks even a bit longer, same wide.
So the size of the internal space of the aft cabin is the same. But now because we don't have the back wall, we can even further elongate the sun bed. So this one, if you already were impressed of the sunbed size on the cross cabin, this one is going to be even more.
I think you can even open it from here just to show the entrance.
Yep.
So people, it's always a bit difficult. So this is like how we know it from the 37.
Yes.
So it's a big guarding door, in fact, kind of,
in a way,
which is bringing the.
Yeah, and I can actually, beam myself around here.
Perfect.
And then I'm turning myself back so you get a better understanding. So
we
again,
just open the.
And from here, then we're having the full entrance into the aft cabin.
So this is now like a proper aft cabin where you can say, you have an open boat, but you have really an extra cabin. As you can optionally also have like a small toilet in the aft cabin.
Yes.
So it's a complete, separate usable room or area in the boat, even if you're in there.
Yes.
And having the doors closed.
Yeah.
And then you have, I think, done very, like when we go to the wet bar, it's very interesting that the wet bar has a seat base around it.
Yes.
So can you explain this a little bit?
Yeah, so going back into the 45 cross cabin, we made a wet bar that we found that is really functional and user friendly, and we really love the size and the usability of the wet bar. Because we don't have the constraint of sliding doors anymore, we were thinking that, okay, then we should widen up the sofa, and we can also then widen up the wet bar. But at the end of the day, there's no use to widen up the wet bar because everything you want is already there. So came up on the last minute in a way, just to elongate again the sofa in a bit of a way like you see the aft sofa on the cross cabin, so that now this creates a very comfortable seating area all around the boat, so that now you can actually lounge.
It's a very huge, it's not a U, it's a round, you can sit around always.
Yes, you can sit around always, even forward.
Including the balcony doors, it's one huge circle of seats.
Yes.
Yeah? So it's all around.
And this is also one of the key things we wanted, that this is a sociable boat, and to have the social spaces in the middle of the boat is actually one of the best optional, that's actually to us the best placing. We see so many competitors that are moving all the social spaces in the back, but for us to have it in the center,
because it's also less movement.
Yes.
It's very
Yes.
very secure, even without the gyro or sea keeper
Yes.
or whatever.
And then
it's a
also
very stable place in the boat.
And additional to that, so now you have this setting that is always going to be here, no matter whatever you have for an aft deck option.
Shall I change the
yes,
aft
you
deck
can.
option
Yeah, you can
maybe?
actually change some.
So I go now for the used sofa.
Yep. So going back into the idea of this never changes. This always stays the same, but now you even have more additional seating, and in the same fashion as we showed you on the cross cabin, this can now still be turned up or down in order to become a sun lounge. So you have the more storage, but you now have also the sun lounge.
Is it already finalized? What is in between the used sofa?
No,
and
this is
just sketches.
yeah.
yet?
This is an early working.
Okay, good. Just wanted to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
So
Then we also have the additional bench, or the standard one.
yeah, which so I press sofa at option A.
That's with the aft cabin.
Yes.
We still need to go with the bench. There is also
right.
one. That's just the aft cabin with head, aft cabin with head.
Oh, I don't have that here.
Yes, there should be.
Okay.
Wait, give me a second. So all the options. So you had folding seats, use sofa. So
This one I push now.
yeah.
No, I pushed that, Janne. So
Okay.
that's
But
not
then what happens if you then go
there. the
U?
U sofa. Again with the U. No, it's not changing.
So it.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's the U again.
But I had one. I saw one on that.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Then if we go on the cross top.
Yeah, maybe
it
that's
there?
maybe that's So what we have changed now?
Try test.
Okay, we do with the A.
Yes, this is the one. Okay, so that's actually a good idea to how we cross it over back.
Okay.
So now we're on the cross top.
Yeah, we are on the cross top now.
Yeah,
so-
but do you want to go back and introduce we're also going on the cross top?
Okay.
Because then we can go behind the helm and I can explain the windshield. Sun top aft cabin. Yeah, okay, that works well.
So
Okay.
explain the helm. Yeah.
We don't need to explain the helm on this one, but then on the...
Yeah, but here also to explain the difference. So the typical sun top setup and then the cross top.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's okay?
Yeah, so we are seeing now a standard what everybody knows, a sun top setup. So we have the big sun top open the roof,
Yes.
and we have a gap between the window and the roof, so we
Yeah.
can get wind in, and we can close it with a canopy.
Yes.
But it's still a solution where it's an open boat feeling.
Yes.
Not that open like having a Spider, which would be completely open, but it still gives this more sporty feeling.
Yeah, of course.
But-
And then with the two openable sunroofs, you can really get the sun shelter inside, so that when you want protection from the sun, it's just closing the roofs. They are also electric as standard.
And then I'm just switching now to a boat which is in general very similar what we just saw, but which is then the cross top.
Yeah, and we can take it from the perspective again.
Yes, wait. One.
One.
Yeah. So the boat from the distance I think looks quite similar.
Yes.
And I just go
But
through
it's still-
the different
But it's
angles,
still,
and now we can
but
see.
it's still completely different.
Yeah.
So representing now the cross top version, which is like a hybrid between a cross cabin and a sun top, so that we're still utilizing the sun top roof, but now we have incorporated more or less the windscreen from the 45 cross cabin, and then also the side windows. And this actually creates, while you're inside of the boat, a completely different setting, because now you will have protection from the wind, you will have protection from spray, but it's still a fully open boat. So if I beam myself on board, this is
Like
what
this
you
looks
will
like
see.
a helm forward, like of a cross
Yeah.
cabin. Yeah,
Yes.
very very similar.
yes. But other than that, fully open boat.
So this gives you much more safe driving even by heavy weather, I think.
Yes.
This is like you have all the advantage of them closed boats because there will be never really pressure on the canopy on the side. So if you put the enclosed canopy on, you could even put a heater on.
Yes.
And you have like all the advantage of an enclosed boat, but with all the advantages again for taking a boat for a bath and having it all open.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there it's the same again. We have all the options been showing before from the different aft cabin layouts.
Yeah.
Turning the seats.
So there is a small difference. The wet bar is actually not moving on the sun top and cross top. So that
This is very different to the cross cabin.
Yeah.
Where we need to move it to enter the aft cabin.
Yeah.
And having this walk-through situation.
Yeah, yeah. Other than that, front cabin, the same as you've been using to see. Galving doors, same way. Openable.
Good
Opening
to
it up
see
the
how
doors.
Janne moves down here to see.
Yeah, because
what he sees now. It's
yeah,
very cool to see. I don't know if
it's-
you put just
Yeah.
the camera on Janne, how he's
Yeah.
actively moving here.
Yeah.
Because to get a feeling, yeah. So Janne looks down. We can do that here together. This is all in virtual reality.
Yeah. So in that sense,
So I don't know. This was the first time we ever did this. I think this video will go anyway blasted because
Yep.
nobody has seen that yet.
Yep.
And I think if there's questions and many people have questions, then you just put these questions into below the live stream we just did, and then we can do that probably another time again later today if there's loads of questions, because my team is going home today. Which has been supporting me all the week here, but you know, if there's loads of questions, we just do it, at 5 or what again, because that was quite, easy thing, I think, but there was loads of message in there for.
and again, something new coming out of Axopar.
Thanks
Alright,
for that, Janne.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Und vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen in Englisch hier von der Axopar 45 in den verschiedenen Versionen, wie sie bis dato noch nicht präsentiert wurden, aber bald präsentiert werden. Can I say you are aiming to present the Suntop? Is this something I can say? Okay, I didn't say it because probably somebody in Axopar will kill me for that if I'm saying that. Not you, but somebody in production. But anyway, so
Well, this information, of course, our customers are the one that wants to know it, but also to say competitors are interested in knowing this information as well. But
you're working hard on it. The serial
for
production
sure.
is running.
Yes.
So we are going like fast forward now.
Yes.
And this is the main message.
Now it's a fast
And the Suntop is not the most complex solution. You
No.
decided to go with the complex solution first.
Yes.
To do then the more easy one afterwards,
Yes.
which is like to make then when this complex one is ready, just
Yes.
going and
Yes.
production runs like
Yes.
like fully forward.
Yes.
Okay. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und vielleicht nochmal bis später, wenn es einige Fragen geben sollte. Vielen Dank.
Yeah. Like,